I fix my eyes on Christ. I fix my eyes on Christ.
Hello everyone, this is Colton from Colton's Reviews, and this is my first official review-ish type video. I figured a good way to just kind of kick off this new function for the channel would be to show everyone what is probably my favorite Bible I've ever owned, and I've owned a lot of them. But this is the one that I've used the most. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a ton of Bibles that I love and have showed a lot of love too, but this one really is just something special. It's just kind of been, I don't want to say the one, but the closest thing to the one that I might have possibly come up with. So, unfortunately though, Crossway does not produce this particular model anymore. I even had to buy this one from a brother in a Facebook group called Everything Bibles. So, but anyway, this is, without further ado, the ESV Wide Margin Reference Bible Heirloom Edition. So it has a black goatskin cover, and this is the box that it comes in. Just a very simple black box. As you can see, it's kind of scratched up a little bit, but there's some of the features if you want to look at those. It's not necessarily feature rich. It's not like a study Bible or anything like that. It is just a very nice, well put together reference Bible with wide margins, which is one of my favorite things in a Bible. I love wide margin Bibles. I love to take notes as I'm reading for my daily devotion times, and as well as sermon prep and studies and things like that. But mostly my note taking is really just reserved for writing things down as I do personal devotions. I tend to do sermon prep all in Logos Bible software and stuff like that. Anyhow, so without further ado, let's look at the Bible. Now, this it's going to kind of appear to be sort of a Franken Bible. So we have the black goatskin edition of the Wide Margin Heirloom here. And man, this goatskin has just worn in. It is super soft, supple, wonderful. On the back here on the spine, we have some raised hubs, raised ribs, whatever you want to call them. Holy Bible. Only one of my pet peeves I don't like, because this is an older edition, they're not doing this anymore, but the double ESV thing's kind of a bit overkill, but it's there nonetheless. So we have ESV, English Standard Version, Crossway. Now, originally, I don't know how many ribbons this Bible had in it, because I bought it, like I said, from someone in a Facebook group, and they had exchanged the ribbons for these nice double-sided satin ribbons and put 3 of them in there. They were really long, and me, being an idiot, not liking the length, cut them, and then I cut them way too short. So I've just kind of gotten used to it, but you know, this is the Bible that I have, I think, that's taken the most abuse. So what are you gonna do, right? I've just kind of grown to live with the shorter ribbons, and yeah. Anyway, so cover, super soft, super nice, leather lined, edge lined, all the good stuff. I keep these, and I stole this from Matthew Everhard. I love watching Bible nerd stuff on YouTube, and I use these kind of tab deals for when I need more than just the 3 ribbons. It's a great idea. Anyway, okay, yeah, so we got a couple of blank sheets here in the beginning, and then kind of a presentation page deal. You can see I bought this in October of 2020, and I always tend to, I don't know why I do this, but I mark my first read through of the Bibles that I get. So this was kind of mine for this one. So I haven't had this one too terribly long. Honestly, I've probably put some other Bibles more through reading, but this one just really have a lot of love for it. So anyway, You get all these typical Crossway deals, things that I'm not, necessarily using a ton. And I'm not really going to bother too much with all the text edition stuff. By the way, I will show you this. It is a 2011 text edition, so it is not the newest of the ESV text edition. And you get all the typical stuff, the preface and all that. But I'm just going to get right into the text here and show you why I love this Bible so much. This layout is excellent. So inside we have these generous wide margins on both sides of the text. It's easy to write on the inner margin, which a lot of Bibles don't, unfortunately don't have, like the Cambridge wide margin, which I actually have one and love it. But I'll show you when I do a video on that how there's not as much inner margin space, which I like to have my notes that I'd make right in here along with the text. Even this paper is really thin, but it's really nice and opaque. This is a Pigram Micron, and I actually tend to use for my note taking. I like blue because it contrasts with the text, and this is the 01 Micron, which is a bit fatter, but there's no bleed through whatsoever. There's show through, which that's to be expected, but no bleed through whatsoever in the text. So it's just awesome, a well done layout. This Bible has been well loved by me. And I still, currently reading through it again. Just love this edition. So have the, things I didn't mention. We have the art gilting, has some gilt. It was a gilt lines. Oh, it has all the bells and whistles. I think it has perimeter stitching, good stuff like that. But the most important part is, obviously the text and the quality of things surrounding that text is what makes it last longer. So I do like this edition quite a bit. Anyway, other than that, there's there's weights and measures, concordance, and the typical ESV Bible maps. And then just some blank paper in the back. And then there's the back inside letters where it says there goatskin leather. Anyway, that's it. This is my Bible that currently is just getting the most use, the most love. Wanted to share that with you guys for your first video. Oops. Just knocked over the box. Yeah, and I think, even though they don't make this edition, they do, I believe, still make a true tone version of the wide margin, as well as a top grain cowhide that is quite nice as well. So I'll link some of those in there if I can find them, and just kind of share those with you guys. But anyway, great Bible, great layout, love it. You should definitely look into trying to snag one of these if you read the ESV at all and you're a wide margin lover. As you'll see as I make more videos, I love wide margins, and I have a lot of note takers Bibles and wide margin Bibles and journaling Bibles. So I'll look forward to showing those to you all. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.